sources state that this killing took place in under 19 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I think that happened. Here, and drives away. Murder over. The end.
I live in a college town, and I've worked with probably at least 10 Sigma Chi members, and you know, the one thing that every single one of them I feel like has asked me is, if you were going to kill somebody, how would you get away with it?
The killer entered through these doors here, came through the back, parked in that back parking lot, came through these bushes, entered through these screen doors here. Here's just the kitchen so you can see it. They then walked through the hallway here, to this bedroom, through the living room, to these bedrooms here, went upstairs, put the dog in this room. But I believe that he got there when the lights were completely off. Kaylee may have been changing as a photo was released of her in her bra at 3:10 a.m., the time of the crimes, but this could have been a fake photo. I'm unsure. So, assuming it's a real photo, he took a picture of her from inside the home, most likely in this bathroom as she changed. Then he entered Maddie's room, where he found both Maddie and Kaylee. He killed them both, first Maddie, then Kaylee. After he killed them, he then exited the room, stabbed Ethan, then stabbed Xana in their beds. Both had defense wounds. He kills her. He gets scared. He's afraid of getting caught. Time is limited. He's running out of time. He needs to get out of there. Goes back here. Goes through the screen doors. Leaves them open. He locked the door when he went to kill Kaylee and Maddie behind him in the top floor. He locked it. That took a extra decision. He had to sit there and lock it. So that therefore I think that he went upstairs first, killed Kaylee and Maddie, locked the door, went downstairs, killed Ethan and Xana. The commotion and the scream scared him. He didn't lock the door. That's how the body was discovered in the morning without any issues with the doors being locked. And then he ran out through here, got into his white Hyundai, parked back there. Drove past an A&W gas station at 3:45 in the morning. The scream was at 3:38. And he left the screen door open. He did not touch the inside of the lock. The outside of the handle was taken for DNA evidence as per sources. The inside was not. He never touched the inside since he left it open. And the leaving of the door open tells me that he was probably trying to get out of there quickly after the scream happened. That's what makes me question whether or not he took a shower in the house, because if he took a shower in the house, then how would he have been alert? The scream wouldn't have scared him away, because if you're comfortable enough taking a shower, you're not in a rush to get out of there. This seems like he ran out in a rush with the screen door open, so I'm not sure if I believe what he's saying. I think he might have made up kind of a twisted version of the story to throw off police. And get the trail off of him. But I do think that leaving this door open signified to me a rush, maybe sloppier job towards the end, because he was afraid of getting caught. Here, and drives away. Murder over. The end.
Hours of September 22nd, a University of Idaho student walking home down the alley near Ashbury Street stopped looked right at the security camera, and then took it right off the wall. According to the police report, he used this Celtics trash can to climb up. You can hear the metal can being flipped as he stands on it. The person took items that looked similar to this, a security camera and a solar 20.
Not to tell you a secondhand, but it is from what I believe to be a very reliable source. Again, this can only be considered a rumor, as I don't firsthand knowledge. I never planned on posting any of this information out of respect for the victims' families. However, now that one of the victims' fathers has released some of the gruesome details himself, I'd like to share some of the investigative theory. As you know, the two women were found in the same bed, but with similar wounds. That's what's being reported. That's not exactly 100% true, at least in regard to the fact that they hadn't fallen to sleep in the same bed. One of the victim's wounds were deep gouges that were delivered with extremely aggressive force, so much so that the victim's liver and lungs were destroyed. Here's the theory that's happening. They definitely think it was a man because of the force of the wounds. The person must have been very strong. They think the man came into the room after doing what they did on the second floor. They went upstairs. The person cleanly and quietly unalived the first victim. The second victim awoke and tried to run. They believe that the man possibly grabbed her, and she screamed loudly. The man then harmed her, and the reason the wounds were of such force, he was delivering it quickly and forcibly to quiet her, which I apologize for how I know it's disturbing, but anyway, how do we know that she screamed? Because 3 individuals reported hearing a scream between 3:45 and 4 o'clock. That's why the police have such a specific time frame as to when the murders occurred, because I don't know if you noticed, but the authorities weren't called the next day until late in the morning, yet they had a very specific time frame when the murder happened. They think the scream is why. And after reviewing video files from the neighborhood, they reviewed security cameras in the area, and they have an audio file I haven't heard it, but I was told that you can clearly hear a loud scream from a female. That scream was recorded at exactly 3:38 a.m. Neighbors say they didn't call the police because they said there's often loud noise coming from the house. I was told that there are parties there all the time. Again, I don't know if that's true, but it's what I was told. The weapon used was a long serrated-edged hunting knife with a fixed blade. The weapon had not been in the house. The person brought it with them and took it when they left. The 2 victims were on the same bed, not side by side. One victim was found on top of the other. The reason is that the one tried to escape and was grabbed, harmed, and then shoved and fell on top of her friend. That is why there's a lot of blood mixtures on at the scene. They're also desperately looking for this white car. The reason being is that it was seen speeding by an A&W gas station. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, again, it could be wrong. I was just told it was seen speeding by an A&W gas station / hangout at 3:45. Now, if the scream was recorded at 3:38 and the car sped by at 3:45, it's a very tight time frame, but it is possible that the person left immediately and rushed and was seen speeding by. Also, the scream may have been what caused the person to quickly leave. That scream could have been what saved the other 2 roommates' lives. The person knew that they might be detected, so they sped away. Again, this is all just rumor. Take it for what it is. I just pray for these young people. I hope they rest in peace and that their families can find peace after this horrible crime, and I hope that the person who committed it can be brought to justice. Thanks a lot.